Hey dancers, Julie here from Broche Ballet. Before we get to our YouTube video, which I promise we will in just a minute and it's going to be fabulous, I need to interject with a quick little update for you on our studio. Given the recent situation with the coronavirus, we unfortunately had to close our in-studio classes very recently here. But the good news about this, while it's a very stressful time, the good news is that we are now operating online with live Zoom classes. It would be awesome to meet you all. It has been so much fun with you here on YouTube, and thank you for being such an amazing audience. I would love to finally meet you in our live Zoom classes. I teach many of them as myself, as well as do many of our amazing and fabulous staff, and we would all love to meet you online. Your support during this time would be greatly appreciated, and we would love to see you there. All right, now on to the video.
Hey dancers, welcome back to our channel. I'm Julie, and I'm the owner and one of the instructors here at Broche Ballet, a ballet school just for adults in Denver, Colorado. I am here today with the wonderful and fabulous Kim, who has been in our studio for almost a year and a half. She's back on Pointe after 22 years off of Pointe, and we are here today talking about shaping her feet. One of the things she really wants is a prettier pointe. She wants to have really pretty pointed feet, and I'm sure all of you at home do too. Because who doesn't want prettier feet, right? That's what ballet is all about. So let's talk about some tips about how to point your feet and really get your pointe shoes to look super gorgeous. So first thing we're going to talk about is two components that we're going to talk about that will go into making your foot point stronger. Number one is the muscles, and number two is the mobility. So we need, if we were to just set one foot up on point, just kind of put your left foot up on point, we're talking about the mobility and the range in the front of this foot. The front of this ankle is really what we want to start improving so that we get that part of your foot to go further down. The second part, though, is the strength to pull your toes farther under. That's really what creates the most striking line, is when you can use your muscles to pull your toes farther under. That's sort of a big deal. Without changing much flexibility, you can build strength in your toes to pull your toes farther under and create more of an arch in your foot. That's going to make the biggest difference. So let's start off with a little bit of strengthening exercises, then we'll do a stretch, then we'll do a little bit more strengthening. I'm going to sandwich the stretch in the middle of those strengthening exercises so that we're super warm with our feet. So we're going to start off with just a basic tendu. It's going to seem super basic, but I want you to be really focused on the details within your shoes. So since you have bricks strapped to your feet, right? We can hardly see what's happening inside of your toes. So inside of your toes, we can never see what's happening inside of your toes. Inside of your shoes, we can't see what's happening inside of your shoes. So I want you to think about, as we do a tendu side, let's do a tendu side maybe with your left foot. I want you to think about where your toes are in your shoes. So naturally, when we point in our soft shoes, your toes are probably in the middle of your box, but I want them to push down into the bottom of your box. I want you to feel the sensation of the bottom of your toes pressing down into the bottom of the box. That's a key there for shaping those toes. Keep your ankle as pointed as possible and flex your toes so that your box comes up. So we're going to actually keep your ankle all the way pointed and then just flex the toes. There we go. That manipulation that Kim just showed of manipulating the box is the strength in the muscles under the foot that are going to give you the ability to shape that shoe better. Yeah, so that right there. So we're going to do just a little tendu side with those toes. So we're going to do tendu side. We're going to go through the demi point, then we're going to do the toes, then back to the demi, and then toes, and then demi, and toes. Yeah, we're going to do a bunch of those, and then we're going to close. Then look at the other side. Tendu side. Really feel those toes on the bottom of the box. Point, and then find the half toe. Really manipulate that box. So something Kim is doing that's very common, but I want you to actually use more muscles than weight. So I want to make a change here. What Kim is doing is leaving her toes there and then rolling through to her demi. I want you to actually pull your foot closer to you as you make the demi. So that you're actually almost doing the end of a tendu and using the muscles in your foot to pull it in as opposed to putting your weight on it to bend your shoe. Now you're using the muscles in your toes to make that happen. Yep, awesome. Very good. Come back into first. Shake out those feet if you need to. I know this is a very crampy combination. If you get cramps, step on a little ball, step on a bar, yeah, drink some water, drink some Gatorade, yeah. Work on. It's very common to get cramps when we're working on this kind of thing. Totally. We're gonna do that little stretch. So we've done a bunch. We warmed up our toes. Now we're gonna stand in parallel and we're gonna crisscross, one knee to knee. Yep. And we're going to bend our back leg so that we press over in a stretch. So a few things to watch out for. We never want to stretch the outside of this foot. by your pinky toe. Yeah, we don't need that to be any more stretched. It's fine. It's always fine. No matter who you are, there's probably enough range in that direction. We want to think about stretching more the front and the inside of that ankle. So we're going to try to move your weight to your big toe on that stretching foot instead of on the pinky toe. So Kim's got great alignment here. The one thing I want to change though is have your knees touching so that this leg is more parallel. Yeah, and now your knees are kissing. Okay. Yep. So now we have a little better alignment, and the bonus is we can push more with our back leg because now the knees are touching. So you can use your back leg to actually stretch your foot. Yeah, we feel a little bit of a stretch in the front of the foot. Totally awesome. That's where we want to feel it. Yeah. Let's do the other side. So try to remember all that stuff. We're going to go knee to knee and find the big toe. Yep. Yeah, there you go. Yep, you were just a little bit on the pinky toe when you started, but then you did a good job of fixing that over to the big toe. Yep. Let's close this gap just a little bit more with those knees. Yes, so then you can use the back knee to push a little bit more. Yeah, awesome. So stay here for just a sec so we can stretch this foot equally while I talk a little about this stretch. So this is sort of one of the safest ways to stretch the top of your foot. Kim is in total control. She can release at any point in time. She's not going to fall onto her foot and therefore increase the stretch. And she's probably going to get tired before she's stretched for too long. Probably her quad is going to start burning and encourage her to come out of the stretch before she's sat in it for too long. Yeah, I bet she probably can't sit in it for 5 minutes. I probably can't sit in it for 5 minutes. No. So it's really going to be a natural limiter to the length of time in which you stretch your foot. So that's also just a bonus. It has nothing to do with the position itself other than just the fact that that back leg's going to get really tired. So now that we've stretched in this position, now the top of the foot's feeling a little loosey-goosey, right? We got a little bit of ankle action going on. We're going to do exactly what you're just playing with there with your feet. We're going to do a little exercise which we call shaping the shoes. So we're going to start in a third or a fifth. I know fifth is really far over in your pointe shoes, so third is always cool here. We're going to tendu front, and we're going to plie press over that foot. Yeah, we've got such a beautiful shape here, and our goal is to try to work really hard to keep that shape as we pull back. So push over, and as we pull back, we are trying to activate the muscles out here in the outside of your leg to get the wing, and then again, press your toes into the bottom of the box to shape the front of that shoe. Yeah, so as you pull back, keep those toes pulling under, and this muscle pulls it back. Yeah, better already. Yeah, better already. Yeah, so we're really shaping that foot and pulling this back. So you use, yes, pretty wing. Nice, good. Can you turn to the side so that they can see on the camera how gorgeous that foot is? Yeah, go out into that stretch one more time here from the side, and then work this muscle to keep the wing and pull that foot under. Yeah, beautiful foot shape. Very nice. Yeah, really pretty. Let's try to the side. So to the side, we're going to tendu out. We're going to press over. And then now we're going to use this as a sort of muscle memory of where your foot shape could be, right? We want to try to keep this shape once the weight leaves it. That's always the trick. You know, you're smiling, nodding up there. You know that's the trick, right? So use your toes. Press into the bottom of that box with your toes to keep that shape. Yes, I know. Maybe a little crampy. Shake out that foot.
I'm going to be working on this.
Totally. Press over again. And then try to keep that shape. Keep those toes pressing into the bottom of the box. Yes, beautiful shape. Beautiful shape. Good. Yeah. Let's try the left side a little bit. Let's actually do almost like a little before and after so we can see it on the left side. So show what it will look like just kind of naturally with a natural point, not working too hard.
Okay.
Yeah. And then really work hard on pressing into the bottom of that box and kind of show the shape of that foot. Yeah, now we've got such a pretty arch under that foot, and Kim's really pulling those toes under the shoe. Yeah, shake out that foot. Oof, yeah. Ooh, intense, I know, super intense. Yeah, so then we want to try to apply this stuff when we're up on point too. So go up on point into first position, and then I want you to try to shape your shoes here too. So you're going to press with your toes into the box. Yeah, and that just pushed you another 1/8 of an inch over that box. Yeah, because we're really using your toes to manipulate the box and press yourself farther over. Yeah, so we're going to use this both on flat and on point. All over the place. Anytime we're pointing our foot, it's going to feel different in your pointe shoes because you're wearing a brick. Like I said in the beginning, you're wearing a brick. So you have to control that brick. Don't let that brick be the boss of you, right? You're in control of it. You use your toes to press that thing down. I don't even call it pointing your toes when I'm teaching. I say shape your foot, shape your shoe.
And
Point
I could
your shoe.
practice this at home.
You can practice this at home.
In bed.
You actually could practice it in bed, in fact. You could practice it anywhere you are. You can even put your shoes on and do it without having to have the right kind of floor or anything, just to feel the resistance on those toes. You can do this stretch. Just try to do a couple of rises or something to warm up your foot. Even writing the alphabet with your foot is fun, just to get the ankle warmed up. But do something to get some blood flowing. Don't stretch as the very first thing you do. Then little stretch basically until your back leg gets tired, which probably won't be much more than a minute. And then work on shaping those toes. Really feel your toes pressing deliberately into the underside of your box. Don't let them hang out wherever they want to in the shoe. All right. Yeah? Okay. So let's do a little quicker tendu, just kind of follow along here. Our goal is to point our toes fast. I know we can point our toes if we have 8 counts to do it, right? But can we go tendu point and close, tendu point and close, right? And get all the way to the end of that shoe while we're doing it quick. Yeah? So let's go tendu front, close, tendu front, close, tendu front. And then a little coupe. We're going to peel, shape that foot, and then close down in the back. To the back 3 times, 2, 3. And then coupe, shape that foot, bring it across. Then side, and side, and side. And coupe over, then 4 more little coupes. Coupe over, 3, and 4. Yeah? Let's give that a try with a little bit of music.
All right.
Really working on shaping that foot. Okay. Gorgeous, gorgeous feet that you just showed off. Back 6, 7, 8 to the front. Out 1, and close, and out, and close. Good, and out, and close. Shape that foot. Coupe to the back, and out. Shape that foot back there, and out. And close, out, and close, coupe. Good, to this side, shape it all the way. Not with your body weight, just with your toes. Toes, yes, there you go. Toes, in coupe. 4 more coupes. Toes, and in, toes. Good, that's right. Toes, and toes. Close, and finish. Good, nice job, pretty feet. Did that help a little bit? Good, now your feet are tired.
Yes. Ready for a nap now?
Totally. Well, you gotta point your feet when you're sleeping. I hope you had so much fun with me and Kim working on shaping our toes, shaping our shoes, and having super pretty archy feet. Until next time, take care.